Hot-tempered BJP MP Babul Supriyo got into a scuffle with angry locals in his constituency of Asansol in West Bengal. The MOS was visiting violence-hit parts of the town when he was confronted by people. An FIR has been filed against the MP for violation of Section 144 and for assaulting an IPS officer.
आप नहीं थे, आप कैसे लेके नहीं आए यहाँ पे? ठीक है, आप चलिए पीछे। हम पीछे नहीं जाएंगे, पीछे बिल्कुल नहीं जाएंगे। बदन पे हाथ
Well, and the MP, instead of apologizing for the incident, has now filed a counter FIR against the police personnel. Let's listen in.
FIR has been registered against you.
I'll talk about it. It was expected, but I had already filed an FIR against the police person who assaulted me and was pushing me. The videos clearly show that I'm asking them to move around and not touch me. So it's expected.
Sriyashri reporting from Kolkata on this story. Sriyashri, we saw that entire sequence and it did seem like there was verbal abuse literally happening between two individuals. But Babul Supriyo, of course, threatened a very senior police officer, didn't he?
Well, that's right. And we have to remember one thing, that he is the MP of that area. But when Section 144 was imposed, he was not allowed to enter that area yesterday in Kalyanpur area of Asansol. And when he tried going and meeting the villagers of that particular area where communal violence had unfolded last week, he was stopped by the police as well as the RAF, and that's when this heated argument happened. However, on camera, you get to see that how he heckled a senior police officer. He hit the helmet of that officer who was on duty.
Yes.
So now the Asansol police has filed two separate FIRs against the Union Minister, one for disobeying Section 144 that has been imposed in that area, and the second FIR has been filed for heckling an IPS officer on duty. But the Union Minister himself has also filed a counter complaint against the police officer for manhandling him. So we see FIRs versus FIRs coming in there from Kalyanpur area of Asansol. However, the minister has remained unapologetic. He said that he was there to meet the people and share their pain.
Right. Now, all this is happening at a time, Sriyashri, when situation is pretty tense between the centre and the state government. First, over the violence that took place during a religious procession, and Mamata Banerjee, of course, receiving a notice, and now this happens. So clearly, this entire conflict and confrontation between the centre and the state is escalating.
Well, that's right, and since Babul Supriyo is the MP of that place, he's appraised the Home Minister. The MHS also sought a report from the state government regarding the violence that happened in Asansol. The Chief Minister was on a trip to Delhi to meet opposition leaders. That has attracted a lot of flack from the BJP as well. So we see that somehow there is a political slugfest that is taking place over the communal violence.
Yes.
We were in Asansol yesterday and we were collecting reports from the ground. And while speaking to the people there, we saw that both the communities are seething with anger. They just want their lives to go back to normal. But however, they have been complaining that they do not want any ministers to come to that area at the moment, because that could trigger some more tension in that area. area with a lot of political leaders making a beeline. But however, the police administration has been quite stern. Babul Supriyo was blocked yesterday, as well as BJP's Mahila Morcha President Lokit Chatterjee was blocked in another place ahead of Asansol. So we've seen that the police has been on high alert and is not allowing any political leaders to enter the violence-hit areas of Asansol.
Right. So stringent sections of the Indian Penal Code now invoked against Minister of State Babul Supriyo. We'll try and keep following up that story with you, Sreshri. Thanks for now.